Hello there, welcome to NTV English News Bulletin. I'm Bhavana Casey. In the beginning, we have the headlines. Four-day-long Chhath festival concludes today. Devotees offer prayers to the rising sun at major river banks. Country's trade deficit continues to balloon, crosses 359 billion rupees in first 3 months of current fiscal year. Death toll in suspension bridge collapse in Gujarat of India rises to 141, toll likely to climb further, over 175 rescued. And former President Da Silva beats incumbent Bolsonaro to become Brazil's new president, promises to govern beyond his party. Welcome back. You are with NTV English News Bulletin. Now we have the news in details. The four-day-long Chhath festival has come to a conclude after offering worship to the rising sun this morning. The devotees who observed fasting since Tuesday evening thrown to ponds, lakes, streams and rivers where they immersed in water and offered prayers and arghya to the rising sun. The sun, considered the god of energy and of the life force, is worshipped during the Chhath festival to promote well-being, prosperity and progress. Banks of ponds including Ganga Sagar, Dhanush Sagar, Dasrath Lake, Bihar Kunda, Janaki Sarovar, Agni Kunda have been decorated in Janakpur Dham and other parts of the Tarai districts for the Chhath festivities. Not just the Tarai, Chhath is also celebrated with similar fanfare in hilly areas including Kathmandu these days. The festive fanfare is seen in different parts including Gauri Ghat, Kupandol of Kathmandu Valley as well. The Election Commission has arranged a ballot paper with red election symbol on white background for the first past the post system election system to choose the House of Representatives and Provincial Assembly members in the upcoming elections. Likewise, the Election Commission has arranged a ballot paper with white background and election symbol on the black color for the proportional representation electoral system to choose the House of Representatives and Provincial Assembly members. Under the FPTP, there would be a ballot paper having election symbols of the candidates or political parties who are in election race in each electoral constituency. Likewise, there would be a ballot paper with 47 election symbols for House of Representatives under the PR election system. According to the Election Commission, only 47 parties out of 68 applicants are eligible to participate in the House of Representatives elections under the PR election system. Nepal's trade deficit has increased by 359 million in the first quarter of the current fiscal year. Data released by the Department of the Customs shows Nepal's deficit with imports has been added by whopping 359 billion rupees in just 3 months. Trade worth 4.18 trillion was done on the first quarter of the current fiscal year, while trade shrunk by 18.54%. Goods worth 400.99 billion was imported, while exports was restricted to just 41.82 billion over the period. With this update, time to go for a short break, but still to come we have. Welcome back. Now to more updates. At least 141 people died when a pedestrian suspension bridge collapsed in India's western state of Gujarat. A local official said most of these who had died were women, children and elderly. The bridge in Morbi had just been opened just a week ago after repairs. The 200-meter bridge on the Machu River was built during British rule in the 19th century. The death toll is expected to rise further. More than 177 people has been rescued so far. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who is in home state of Gujarat on a 3-day visit, said he was deeply saddened by the tragedy. South Korea's president and his wife on Monday visited a memorial shrine for the victims of the Halloween crowd crush. Yoon Suk-yeol and First Lady Kim Kun-hee placed flowers at the altar and observed a moment of silence. The memorial in Seoul Plaza outside City Hall opened to the public on Monday. Brazil has taken a turn to the left as former President Da Silva beat far-right incumbent President Jair Bolsonaro in the presidential election. After a divisive campaign which showed two bitter rivals on opposite sides of the political spectrum go head-to-head, Lula won 50.9% of the votes. It is a stunning return to the power for a 77-year-old former president who led Brazil from 2003 to 10. He could not run in last presidential election in 2018 because he was in jail and banned from standing for office. Lula is promising to govern beyond his party. More updates line up on the other side, but before that, time to go for a short break. Welcome back. Now to more updates. The three astronauts aboard China's Shenzhou 14 spacecraft and the ground control technicians have both completed preparations for the forthcoming launch of the lab module Mengxian, which is scheduled to dock with the Tiangong Space State Complex in orbit. The lab module has been transported to the launch area together with its carrier rocket Long March 5BY4, and it will be sent into orbit at an appropriate time in near future, according to China Manned Space Agency. Prior to the launch, function checks and joint tests have been carried out. Mengxian lab module will first unload its relay antenna and solar panels after entering its orbit, and then start its docking with the Tianhe core module to become part of it. Dozens of women dressed as La Catrina marched through Mexico City on Sunday to protest the unresolved killings of women. The so-called Catrina procession has been held annually since 2016 and coincides with the country's Day of the Dead celebrations. Catrina, the lady skeleton that wears elegant clothing and a broad-brimmed hat, has become an iconic representation of Halloween in Mexico. According to statistics, 10 women are murdered every day in Mexico, making it one of the most dangerous countries in the world for women and girls. More updates line up on the other side, but before that, let's have the highlights first. Well, with this update, we come to the end of this English News Bulletin. But before we say goodbye, let's have a quick reminder of the major stories. Four-day-long Chhath festival concludes today. Devotees offer prayers to the rising sun at major riverbanks. Country's trade deficit continues to balloon, crosses 359 billion rupees in the first 3 months of current fiscal year. Death toll in suspension bridge collapse in Gujarat of India rises to 141, toll likely to climb further, 175 rescued. And former President Lula beats incumbent Bolsonaro to become Brazil's next president, promises to govern beyond his party. Well, that's all we have in this edition of English News Bulletin. We'll see you again with next round of English Bulletin at 6 in the evening. Till then, have a great time ahead and do stay tuned with us. Namaste.